Hey everybody, welcome to today's show. Welcome to Advocate Information Highway. I'm your host, Anthony Lorito-Duke, and we have an interesting topic for today's show in which it is New York State has to fix the broken bail reform law that they have. Okay, so let's get right into this. I don't know if it was about a year ago or 2 years ago or whatever it was. New York State created a completely broken bail reform law, which just allows criminals of all ages to get arrested and then be let out back out on the street about a couple of hours later, and they don't have to pay any bail, they don't have to do any prison time, no nothing, and this needs to be fixed. It's a broken bail reform law. It is completely broken. It needs to be fixed. And I have been working diligently hard with the New York State Governor's Office and even with the New York City Mayor's Office as well, because what happens is the governor works together with a bunch of all different types of New York elected officials, okay, and uh, to come together and to come up with ideas to how to fix the broken bail reform law, and it was not done right, and it needs to go back to the drawing board. Like I said, these people, because I got a ton of other names that I love to call them, they commit major crimes. They get arrested. In a very short time, they're let back out on the street to commit the same crimes over and over and over again, and to just be let out again, back onto the street. Can't have this. It's not right. You need to fix the broken bail reform law. The New York State, from the governor's office and all the other elected officials, they need to work together and fix the broken bail reform law. It's completely broken and it's disgusting. It's disgusting. I'll give you a couple of examples. Okay. Very recently, these two women, because I got other names that I like to call them, and I'm not going to say it, but these two women had a fist fight, a physical confrontation in front of a store in one of the five boroughs of New York City. And uh, also in front of the store was a disabled person who was sitting in a wheelchair, had nothing to do with the fight. He was minding his own business or whatever. And because of these two pieces of whatever, they got into a physical confrontation. There was two women. They got into a physical confrontation with one another. One of the women got into a vehicle, drove onto the sidewalk, right, to go after the other woman that she was fighting with. But in the intern of all this, the woman who got into the vehicle and drove on the sidewalk, she killed the innocent bystander who's a disabled person sitting in a wheelchair. He had nothing to do with it. He was just minding his own business, sitting in front of the store. An innocent bystander. Okay? So now, this woman be arrested and then let go. Nothing done to her. Try not to pay nothing, whatever. Really? Really? That's one example of the reason why New York State needs to go back to the drawing board. All the elected officials that need to work on this, fix the broken bail reform law, and get rid of Juvie Hall. It's a luxury hotel for kids, okay? It doesn't do nothing. And put all these criminals, no matter what their ages are, put them all in a adult prison cell. Okay? Okay? That's the way you treat them. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of these places in New York City that have like these uh, community places and agencies or whatever to help people better their lives. If they want to stay off the streets, if they're coming out of jail or whatever, and they want to better their lives. They got all these programs and places for them to, for them to better their lives and whatever. And that's great. That is great. No denying that. But at the same time, you need to do the other side as well. Meaning, get rid of Judy Hall. Gone goodbye to luxury hotel that doesn't do crap. Okay? And put all these criminals, right? Put them in a real adult prison. And that's that. That's what you do. For the ones who don't want to really change their lives, the ones who just want to keep committing crimes over and over and over and over and over and over again, put their asses in a real adult prison and leave them there. No matter what their ages are, they could be kids, whatever. Put their asses in a real adult prison and leave them there. That's what you need to do. Okay? For whatever amount of time, and if they survive, and then if they come out and they truly want to change their lives, okay? They will truly want to change their lives, then you could put them in these places that are out in the community to help them better their lives and whatever. But if they don't really want to change their lives, they need to stay in a real adult prison and leave them there. That's what they need to do. Okay? Now, I just gave you one example of those two women who were in the physical confrontation, and one of them killed an innocent bystander who was a disabled person, in a wheelchair. And again, for those who may have missed it, these two women got into this physical confrontation in one of the 5 boroughs of New York City, and they got into this physical confrontation in front of one of the stores, and also in front of the store was a disabled person who was sitting in a wheelchair, but nothing to do with the fight. And one of the women who was in the physical confrontation with another woman got into a car to go after the other woman that she was in the physical confrontation with, and she drove on the sidewalk. And as she did that, she killed an innocent bystander who was a disabled person just sitting in a wheelchair minding his own damn business. Okay? Seriously. She just get arrested, put in prison for the rest of her life. Okay? And I'll give you another example. Very recently, a young girl, I think she was like 13 or something, her and a few other people attacked a New York City cab driver after he dropped her off at her location, wherever she wanted to go to, dropped her off. A bunch of people jumped this innocent New York City cab driver. And the girl, I think she was like 13 or something like that. Really, you want to do a big crime like that? Put her ass in a real adult prison cell and leave her ass there. Leave her ass there. Here's another thing as well. After these people get arrested, okay, they need to have all of their government benefits taken away from them. Gone. Treat them like trash, because that's what they are. They're a piece of trash. Okay? Get all their government benefits gone. And for all the ones that are in the adult age and who have children, take away their damn kids from them as well. let them spend the rest of their days in a real adult prison, take away all government benefits from them, and take away their kids from them. That's the way you treat these pieces of trash. Because that's all that they are, pieces of trash. Okay? Calling a spade here. And if they want to prove out, if they want to say, oh, not a piece of trash, whatever, prove it. Prove you're not a piece of trash. Prove it. Go with these agencies, do something with your life, better your life and stuff like that, and make something of yourself. That's the way you prove that you're not a piece of trash. Do something with your life. Find something. Find something that has to be positive. Be a productive member of society, in other words. That's the way you prove you're not a piece of trash. All right, so anyways, like I said, I'm still working diligently hard with the New York State Governor's Office to fix the broken bail reform law the proper way, once and for all, get it done. And because that's what needs to happen. You need to get it done. Anyways, I want to remind all my fans out there about the business that my husband and I have together called AWLDNY. The link to there is awldny.com. And you guys could check out all the products on there. All the products that you see on there, we actually make ourselves. I also wanted to remind all my fans out there about my other business, my other website that I have called Advocate Information Highway. And the link to there is AIHNY.com. That is AIHNY.com. You guys could check out all the pages on there. And on the homepage of my website of Advocate Information Highway, you will see the link to my internet store on Zazzle.com, in which I designed a lot of products and they're up for sale on there. Also on the homepage of my website of Advocate Information Highway, you will see the links to the 2 books that I wrote. And if you guys follow those links, you guys could check out and purchase. Again, you guys could check out and purchase both of my books as well. And so with that, take care, everybody. Bye.